I can tell you with certainty that if they try the rigging of these by-elections, this country will be on a political mood from tomorrow up to 2027, and no work will be done in this country. IEBC is totally compromised, and we are happy that this has been confirmed this early, because had this not been confirmed this early, they could have duped Kenyans that they can supervise and superintend over the general elections. For the first time since the electoral history of Kenya, IEBC has confirmed that they will be using uniformed officers and plainclothes officers. Those plainclothes officers is a tool for ballot stuffing. IEBC has given ballot papers to government agencies that have been pre-marked, and the officers in civilian, their work is to figure out how to get the pre-marked ballots into the ballot box. In Bere, for example, Bere North, 15,000 pre-marked ballots are being distributed now in a hotel 2 kilometers from Edu town, where Kindiki is supervising. And these officers have been instructed to go to the polling stations, some pretending to be agents, others to be observers, others to be keeping security. And the plan in Bere North is that 1,500 gangsters from Kayole and Kambura in Kikuyu are in Bere. And their mission is to create chaos outside the polling stations, so that the police officers inside can create more chaos, pretending to be agents. And in that situation of chaos, the pre-marked ballots will be put into the ballot boxes. Thereafter, the police will arrive and keep peace, and things will go back to normal. And then the voting will continue. By that time, the pre-marked ballot papers will have been in the ballot box already. We are therefore saying, and the CEO of IEBC, Marajan, is in Bere North himself overseeing that exercise. Let me ask government not to provoke the people of Bere North and the people of Kenya. Those people will not accept that situation. And I can tell you they are aware and they are waiting. And I think for IEBC, they have lost an opportunity to work on some credibility where Kenyans can believe that they can be trusted to oversee the general election. So let me ask the people of Bere North to be vigilant, to go and vote, and hang around. And when there is a signal that the goons and the police have brought chaos, they too must come and protect their vote, because it's their right and it cannot be taken away from them. In Narok town, the governor has mobilized goons with the help of the Murang'a women rep and Betty Minor, again from Kikuyu, from Kayole, to go and intimidate members of the Kikuyu community in Narok town, because they are perceived to be against government, and to make sure they do not vote. I was there on Monday. There was a lot of violence by goons under police supervision in broad daylight. And I want to ask the members of the Kikuyu community not to fear to go and vote, because they are Kenyans and they have a right to live anywhere in this country, and they have a right to vote for whoever they want to vote for. Our party has organized adequate security to escort them to go and vote. And they should do so without fear. Because if they buy fear, this will set the stage for the rigging of the 2027 general election. So let us say that if William Ruto and IEBC think they will rig the 2027 general election, they will be in for a rude shock. Admittedly, I think the by-elections are a trial run. on how they can rig the 2027 general election. For us, it's also very good so that we see how they do it, so that we learn and we prepare. But I can tell you with certainty, the people of Kenya will not be intimidated to elect people they don't want. And Kenya is not Tanzania. This is a totally different country with a very resilient population who don't buy fear, who are not easily intimidated. In Mbeere North, William Ruto has spent over 700 million shillings trying to bribe voters. And on the eve of the closure of the campaign period, the people of that area are through with that money. They want to go and vote their men, and that is why now they want to stuff the ballots. And it will not work, and it will not happen. And it is wrong for government officers sitting somewhere in a hotel outside Embu to think that they can go and stuff ballots into ballot boxes where the people live. It is very difficult. It's not easy. So we want to ask Iebc not to allow officers into polling stations. And we have asked our agents to demand from the presiding officer that all agents are frisked for weapons. Nobody is supposed to carry a weapon inside a polling station unless it's an officer who is uniformed. Anybody else, whether you are an agent, whether you are an electoral official, you cannot carry a firearm inside the polling station. Those firearms are meant to intimidate the other agents, to intimidate the electoral officials, and therefore we have asked our agents to refuse the voting to begin until all people inside the polling station have been frisked for firearms, so that there are no firearms within the polling station. And I think once that has happened, voting should go on, and the counting should go on, and whoever has won should be announced. We have asked the people of Mbeere North, after voting, all of them to proceed to the tallying center in Chicago, so that they can protect their vote. Because we cannot agree a few police officers organized by government to intimidate an entire population. It is not acceptable, it cannot happen. But the most annoying thing is that Iebc has the guts to print ballots and give them to government. It's so sad. And they expect anybody to believe they can carry out a free and fair general election. They are going to set this country on fire. If those ballots are introduced tomorrow across the country successfully, because Kenyans will know, because the agents will be there, the police will use force, those activities will be recorded, and it comes to the attention of the people of Kenya that Iebc with the government want to introduce ballot papers that are pre-marked, Kenyans will be ready. And it will not be easy. And they will set this country on very, very, very serious tension for the next 2 years. I can tell you with certainty that if they try the rigging of these by-elections, this country will be on a political mood from tomorrow up to 2027, and no work will be done in this country. People will be agitated, people will be angry, and people will not accept that a government can force leaders on them.
More radio, 88.2 FM. We are in charge.